How you doing,
That's
Vito?
me. I'm doing fine today. I have nothing else to add. I'm just really good today, being here on this podcast, and thank God that Yugoslavia is dead.
You're like Albanian, right? What's the weather like in Albania?
It's cloudy all day, and because of the Serbian plains leave contrails everywhere, and it forms a cloud.
Did you know that there was like a Belgian kids ad that was like
There
airing
was?
in there was like a Belgian TV ad aimed towards young impressionable children, very young
Yeah.
impressionable children that aired in the TV in the early 2000s, where it was the Smurfs and they were getting fucking bombarded. Like the village got bombed. It's fucking horrendous.
I wish we had those types of ads.
No, the funny thing is, that ad was against U.S. intervention within Serbian ethnic cleansing. It's fucking insane. I don't think Serbians are wholesome 100 Chungus Smurfs. Wait,
Yeah.
what ethnicity would Gargamel then be?
Oh, the probably like Macedonian.
How do Macedonian people even fucking look like? I'm gonna be honest. I'm like
They're not even human. They're literally monkeys.
really. Hold on.
He's searching up how do
Macedonian
Macedonian people
person.
look like.
They look kind of whimsical.
Yeah, because the technically not even like
They look like
Yugoslav.
they look
They're
like
literally Bulgarian. They're a mixture of Bulgarian and Gypsy and Serb.
I was about to say they look like inbred people from Louisiana pretending to be Slavs.
Honestly, that about explains it.
Yeah, yeah, because like whenever I know nothing about Macedonia, whenever I was like learning geography through fucking Cetera, through, and I saw their flag, every time hear Macedonia or see their flag, I just think of like a Roman legion. Like I imagine a bit of like Middle Eastern desert in the middle of the fucking Balkans, and like a single like Roman centurion standing there in like gold-plated armor. Like the fucking president of Macedonia walks up to him. What's so funny about Bigus Dickus? Like, come on, look at that fucking
what's
map. It
even
goes hard as fuck, but it looks ancient.
yeah. And also, what's funny is that because of the flag, the flag has a sun on it.
Yeah.
There's actually a nickname we call them Japanese because of their flag has a sun. Like you know the Japanese
Imperial
Empire
Japanese
flag.
flag, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got you.
yeah, we call them Japanese.
Let me just compare
And
real quick. Imperial Japanese flag.
but yeah, uh,
Mm-hmm.
Japanese flag is like off-centered sun, and it's
Slightly off
white
center.
and red.
And
Yeah,
also
slightly
it has way
off-centered.
more rays.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, Macedonians are not humans.
Okay. Okay.
Neither are Albanians, and Montenegrins are lazy. Serbs are Jews. Bosnians are honorary Aryans. Just honorary because they're Muslim. You can't be Muslim to be Aryan. Uh, Slovenians are just Germans, and Croats are the real Aryans.
What about the Romanians?
Romanians are. Oh yeah, we're talking about Balkans. I thought we were talking about just Yugoslavia. Um,
No. Balkans, Balkans.
Romanians are Aryan, but Gypsies aren't.
Where even are gypsies from?
They're actually from India, believe it or not. Like absolute shocker. They
these,
act like that, and
these are the Aryans Hitler wanted to fucking uphold? Or am I not getting?
Yeah,
something?
just take like a picture of a gypsy and put it into like I don't know, fucking CapCut, making a Aryan Save Europa edit.
Yeah. I'm yet to meet a gypsy who has enough of like a who has sufficiently developed frontal lobe in order to do something like that to perceive the idea of a strong nation. They're
Honestly,
like
it's to
mentally
me.
mentally homeless people.
Hmm, to me, it is impossible for me to see a gypsy without less than 4 children.
Yeah, yeah.
It's always 5 or more. It's fucking impossible for me to see 4 or less children.
We had we had like a block that was just occupied by like two gypsy families, but you know how big they are, so like the entire block was just called Gypsy Block then, and to this day I remember when we had our previous parish priest, like there was one of my friends back when we were altar boys, like he comes up to me and says, "Bro, I was serving yesterday with the parish priest, like it was a random weekday like mass, and he said that like there were gypsies for some reason in the church, and the priest had to say, 'Dear gypsies, please stand up. Dear gypsies, please stand down. Please sit down.
they're,
Please
they're,
kneel.'"
they're the real Slim Shadys.
They are slim and they do look kind of dark and kind of shady. They are shady as fuck.
Yeah, they're literally Slim Shadys.
Do you have like a
We
shade?
we found them. We fucking found them.
Do you have the exact families that lived there? Like suddenly they disappeared. The gypsy that was going to my class in elementary like stopped coming, and I like was surprised. Right? No one seemed to care. No one seemed to notice. I asked my mom what
Dylan,
happened. Do you know where they disappeared? Can you take a
they
wild fucking
teleported
guess?
into a Garfa.
Well, kinda, cause they all just went to Berlin. The Garfield portal opened up. No, do you have like any public interaction with a gypsy story? Have you ever like interacted with them other than like disgusted
um,
stares and public transport?
yeah, actually, when I was as a cashier in a
Mm-hmm.
supermarket, you know those like express kiosk, those like self checkout
Self checkout,
shits.
yeah.
I used to sometimes be there. Like I used
I
to
wonder when the
change.
gypsy comes in and what he does.
No, seriously. W- he was so boring there. There are no chairs. I can't sit anywhere. I just had to stand up for like 8 hours, not
Standing
straight.
straight for eight, no breaks, no nothing.
I have a break. So basically, standing for 4 hours, then have a break of half an hour, then go back, stand for 4.5 hours. Yeah, it is so fucking
Uh,
awful. But I didn't give a shit. So
did at least
what
pay good?
happened was, yeah, I got paid reasonable, like
Okay,
€8 an hour.
makes sense.
Yeah, but
So what happened?
so literally because I was just sending up, our mobile phones we must not have them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can tell that it was quite boring. So
Yeah.
one of my favorite part today is just bullying foreigners.
Oh yeah, you
It
told me about this.
no,
It's fucking
let me
awesome.
tell you how it was so fucking fun. So when the foreigners literally just the only thing they learn when going to a supermarket, the only thing they know is how to say cash and card, nothing else.
Really?
And yeah, I might say like hello and goodbye and shit like that.
Where
But
most
cash and card,
actually where the like most of your immigrant like everyone nowadays has immigrants. I feel like well maybe except
yeah.
Israel. What are like where are most of your immigrants coming from in Croatia? Because I can't. It's hard for
Um.
me to imagine that they're sending you fucking Somalians and Ethiopians.
Thankfully, I don't know if I should say thankfully, but they're sending fucking Indians and people from Nepal. Like, fuck it out.
Ooh, and I don't think these.
Yeah, and
I somehow I don't think these are the Gurkhas that won the British a couple of good fights.
I don't know I don't know who's worse, fucking Indians or Nepalese who are even more retarded and don't have access to the internet.
Really?
Well, most of the country doesn't. I mean, it's in the Himalayas, for fuck's sake.
If only
But
the
yeah,
British
basically,
Raj
I just
didn't fall.
yeah,
Imagine how beautiful the
but
world would be.
I just loved bullying the shit out of them. Like, I remember one story. So, it says like something on the screen.
Yeah.
I think it was like something was too heavy, and then it just puts a warning on the screen, so I have to check it.
Mm-hmm.
I went there, and because I saw that he was a foreigner. I just like fucked around with him. I started speaking like Croatian, but just say like the most random shit. And then of course, he didn't know what I was
Like
saying.
completely
And
random
then
Romanian Croatian sentences, or like
yeah, just like doesn't have to do with anything. Like a random like start talking about books or some shit. But yeah, just like random shit so that they get confused. Like, what the fuck am I saying?
surely there
And
must be some Croatian people around you where you're doing this. Do they just not react? Do they just point and
yeah,
laugh?
they don't react anyway. Um, so I went there. I pointed at the screen and I asked in Croatian, "Do you know what this reads?" And he had the audacity to say "card." And when he said that, I started laughing so much, and he was like confused.
What if it was one of the good ones?
I was I was laughing for like 5 minutes straight. It was so hilarious.
Do you just
Being
do
this.
Do you just do this solo? Is this like your inner secret, or like did you like let some coworkers in on it?
No, I'm literally the only person standing there. So
Okay.
so yeah, so I went yeah, I went there, pointed at the screen where it said like warning, check the weight of a certain item. I asked him, "What does this say?" He said card, and I went away, started fucking laughing.
And you didn't solve it. You didn't
I
help
did
him.
so I did help him. I just pressed the button and that's it. And I was laughing hysterically at it.
Bro, he must be so fucking confused.
Yeah. But yeah, this
Jesus
is literally
Christ.
the only thing they know. When you ask them a question, they will have like cash or card in a hand. They will just say card. Like they just like wave their card around, just like card. I want to pay card.
Like imagine one of them just says, "I want to pay card," and you like take the card and you say, "Okay, thank you." Like you put it under the counter so they can't
Oh
see
my
what you're
god!
doing, and like you cut their credit card into the shape of their face and you give it back.
I, oh my god, that would be so fucking funny. Like they say card, and then I take the card from there and put it inside the kiosk and take the exchange back to him. That would be so fucking hilarious. But
Like you
I
just
have
take his
so
credit
many of
card and
these
like
stories.
swipe it 6 times.
Yeah,
Just drain his bank account.
but I literally have so many of these stories. They're so hilarious.
I have one.
I
It wasn't.
yeah, go on.
It wasn't about. So me and my friends from school friends from school. We had a school trip to a theater in a neighboring city in Katowice, and
Yeah.
me and one of my classmates live like really close to each other to the point where basically in the same neighborhood, where we take the same bus home, and there's one guy who like drops off like 2 bus stops earlier, but in the same direction. So we decided to like go back together. We check when the bus arrives. Oh well, like fucking 12 minutes. Well, there's a. Do you have frog store in Croatia?
We do have a store that's called Jabat, which is like the same, basically the same animal. It's a fucking frog, and that store is notorious for having like very very cheap foods and
Okay.
drinks because they're like about to expire, so they're really cheap. So yeah,
Is it the one?
that's the type of.
Is it this? I can't tell if that's the international store or not. Like
No,
it's
this
a-
is the Jabatse. This is Jabat. You have a Żabka.
Yes, because they translate the name. The original isn't Polish; it's French.
Oh, whatever.
Okay, well, anyways, we go in. For those who don't know, like for you retarded American listeners, imagine a Wawa. So, or like for you spilled soda, imagine an Oxo, you fucking proto-Mexican. We so we decided to go in there to buy a drink, and I wanted to show a drink show a friend how fucking great Arizona Mucho Mango
Oh,
is.
wait. So Żabka is like fucking, I don't know, Spar, where you have the main convenience store and there's like a cafe
it's like
next
a
to
tiny
it.
convenience store which has a little bit of everything. Like you can even buy like tiny bags of coal there. It's classified legally as a restaurant because it sells hot dogs. Therefore, it can be open
Yeah, this
on
is literally like
Sundays.
Spar.
Yeah, okay.
Or
So
Consum or
so
some
you do
shit.
have it,
Yeah.
and they're fucking everywhere.
Technically.
So
Yeah, go on.
we want to go in there to buy Arizona Mucho Mango. It's like kind of raining, but like not enough for me to care. The sky is grey, beautiful British weather. And then like some gypsy that's like a head taller than me walks up to me. He looks like almost 2 meters. Like he's really skinny.
Yeah.
His like he has like a he has a jacket that's like that looks like
Well-
it was the newest like fashion hit under communism, and then also like looking by the pale colors and by like the discolored nature
Well, like
of it.
pure 9039 jacket.
No, I meant more like the 50s and 60s were Eastern European, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like nylon jacket, and it also looks like it wasn't washed since communism. He has like a rat-like face. Jordan Peterson would call him an evil rat, like the same way Terry Davis calls anyone he disagrees with a nigger. Can I say that?
No, you can't. You're now permanently banned from YouTube. It's over.
I'm a black man. I can say it. I'm a,
Oh, that reminds me of that. You know that airplane, a Burger King
Yeah.
hat guy.
Sir, you need to
My
leave
dad is
comments.
My dad is half East African. I can say the N word however I want.
Awesome. Can I get a bottle of
He
water?
says something
Sir,
like
you
that.
need to leave the plane. Please.
Yeah, okay. Go
Anyways, he walks up to us three, and it's not unusual to see people wanting to rope you into selling one-time electric cigarettes to kids, right? Like
Yeah.
become dealers.
on. Mm-hmm.
He walks up to us three, and he says, would you guys be interested in making 300 PLN a week? No, sorry, he says 300 PLN a day. And
Did he actually
I
like
look at-
speak Polish or did
Yes,
he just
yes,
use
he's,
English?
Yeah, no, he speaks Polish. You can
Okay.
you can kind of hear an accent, but like I can't tell if that's just because he's Romanian or because he's an immigrant. Well, you know.
Mhm.
No,
No,
you
he's
can't-
not Romanian. He's from Romania, but he's a gypsy.
No, I'm sorry. I meant gypsy,
Romanians,
I meant gypsy,
Romanians and gypsies are not the same.
I'm
okay?
sorry. We call them Romovie. That
Wow,
just...
we call them Tsigani, you idiot.
Well, I mean, Tsigane, that too, but you know, we have two names for them. Anyways, he's a gypsy, and he walks up to us
Yeah.
and asks us that. Now my friends are standing behind me. I like do like a, I like look behind myself to see them. They're like looking at me, kind of smiling nervously. I just start doing like, Now what I wanted to say was depends on what we would have to do. What I said instead, I have no fucking idea why, I was kind of stressed, was,
Yeah.
что? And like, I like look at my friend without moving my head that's next to me. He's just fucking staring at me and
Yeah.
decided, okay, fuck it. I do my best. I do my hardest to not smile because at this point I'm just fucking with him. My best poker face. I just said, ja nie gawali po polski, ja nie понимаю. Right? I don't speak Polish in Russian. And he said, he responds in Polish, I see, but you can speak Russian? I forgot. I wanted to say no, but I forgot the Russian word for no, which is just niet.
Oh
by
my
the way.
god.
So
Yeah,
instead
it
I
is
said
net.
nicht. And he like looks
Oh
at me.
my
I can't tell. He has the very same demeanor the entire time. I can't tell if he knows I'm fucking with him or what, or if he's angry or something. Probably not, given that I'm alive. And he likes me. Oh, cool. Where are you from? Moldavia. He said,
Oh my
cool.
god.
And then he said, okay, and walked away. we entered the store and I just burst out laughing. The cashier looks at me like I'm retarded. That was fucking awesome. You got more gypsy stories?
Oh yeah, let this entire podcast be just a fucking gypsy story.
Yeah. I can picture the title. The final solution to the gypsy question. There was this famous quote by Adolf Hitler that went like, quote, society would look at me way more positively if instead of Jews I took care of gypsies, but have you ever tried putting a gypsy under a shower? Yeah. Now, Vito, how did you maintain ethno-nationalism within Croatia by bullying foreigners? Please do tell.
Can you please? Can you please elaborate the question?
What? Like, just tell me how you were more cases of you bullying gypsies.
Uh-huh.
More gypsy stories. That's what I'm asking.
Okay, I have a story where I was just like very fucking angry at one bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So I was at a kiosk, an actual kiosk where I scan shit. And there was a old like a skeleton coming. She was from China, for fuck's sake.
Oh.
And she didn't speak English at all.
Okay.
So she just like started speaking Chinese, like if
When
I understand it, for fuck's
When
sake.
you say Chinese skeleton, I imagine one of those like fake clay Mexican alien statues. That
I didn't really. Okay, I meant like she's really old. I should have said a fossil.
I know what you imagine. That she's like really old. She's like barely got any flesh on her. Like she looks like she was just like skin draped over bones.
But so very old Chinese woman was buying some shit, and then she went away. Okay, I didn't give a shit. I gave her back the change. She went away. Okay, and then after like 10 or 15 minutes, she came back.
Oh.
and then she said, "Change, change." Like I was explaining to her in Croatian. Like, yes, I gave you the change, you dumb bitch. Like, now get the fuck out. I actually said that in Croatian.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and there are people like looking at me like, why the fuck am I swearing in Croatian at this
Oh,
poor
yeah,
woman?
yeah.
And then I
You know what?
continued.
Next time something
Yeah.
like this happens, you should say shit in Croatian, like you should say shit that would imply to other people who don't know that you're just fucking with them that you know this foreigner. Like, you killed my father, get the fuck out of the store, some shit like that.
But so basically, she was pointing at the receipt
Mm-hmm.
and saying like, change, change, and I was like, what the fuck do you want? And then she started speaking Chinese. I really didn't give a shit, so I started scanning the next person in line.
Okay.
But this bitch didn't give up. She
Oh.
still went on saying change, change, and I'm like, yeah, this is the change I gave you. You gave me fucking, I don't know, 50 euros. I gave you back this amount, and then I pointed it out. 10 plus 5 plus whatever is equal to that change. I don't remember the number, but I did that. She still didn't understand. I started scanning again. She still fucking didn't move. She was still. I literally almost snapped. But at least there was a woman, an actual like a buyer, there just like explaining that I gave her the right change. I was so fucking mad at her. I almost
What
called security how mad I was.
Did the Chinese skeleton accept the explanation?
Yeah, yeah.
Did she just explain in Croatian and the Chinese lady
none.
understood?
She just went like change this plus and
Like in
stuff like
English?
that. Yeah, and then
It's just
and then
okay,
like
very sorry.
yeah. She just like looked at the paper, the receipt. Look at me. Looked at the receipt. Looked at me like a bunch of times. I just like scanning items and didn't even look at her. And then without a word, she just disappeared.
Asian people are so funny, man.
Yeah, and then when the girl that was explaining to the bitch, when she gave me the money, she's just like asked like, "What the fuck was that?" And I was like, "I have no idea what that was."
I remember I was once okay. We have like a we gotta explain a bit like the culture of my high school since I'm gonna be leaving it in half a year. I have one semester left. Not even fully because we end the fifth grade has earlier. Do you know that in Poland between high school and college you have 4 months of summertime instead of just 2?
4?
4. Yeah, because you end a month earlier and you begin a month later. Instead of September, college starts in October in first grade.
What?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Anyways.
Man, I would kill myself.
There's 108 days of summer vacation.
Okay. We literally had. We probably. Hold on.
Yeah.
Ours ended in fucking like the end of June and started at the beginning of September. Fucking yeah, man. I wish we had fucking a 4 month break. Fuck.
No, but that's only one time. Like after that, you go back to like the only 2 month break of us.
Oh damn it! Fucking damn it! We never had that. That sucked. But we did have at the end of high school. Because there are finals. We end a month earlier. Like hooray! We ended a month earlier, but with a consequence of learning even more shit. I hated finals so much.
Like once you since we have like the maturity exam, the finals in high school.
Yeah, that
yes,
maturity exam.
that, and since we have to prepare for that, our normal grades, are like final end of year grades are being put out earlier than most classes. At which point they can't be changed, including your
Oh.
attendance. At which point,
Uh,
most people, what they would do is just not bother coming to school until the finals, because it doesn't matter. But
yeah.
but that's the most fun time to come in because you can just fuck with teachers. And they
That's
can't
what
do
we did.
they
That's
can't do
what we did.
anything about it.
Yeah,
You would
that's
have to really
always.
cross the fucking line to be like thrown out before the exams.
We
fucking
used to do
insane.
that. Oh my god, that was fucking amazing. The last days of high school was fucking golden. Um, what happened was my friend, he has an i20 Hyundai i20.
Mm-hmm.
He literally parked right in front of the entrance, like literally in front of the entrance.
Can you still enter the building the way he parked it?
Yeah,
Okay.
you could, but it was like you had to squeeze in between it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so he put it literally next to the entrance, because when class was ending,
Mm-hmm.
not like the just one class, they still had more classes
Mm-hmm.
of a particular class.
Yeah.
I don't know how to
Subject.
translate this
Subject.
what whatever.
Or
So
teacher.
my friends knew a couple of people from other classes,
Mm-hmm.
and they knew that they're gonna be the ones that are gonna leave first. So they put a car as closest to the door as possible, and when they went out, they couldn't go out. So we just sprayed them with a fucking water gun.
That's awesome. Okay, what happens in high
And
school? Yeah.
hold on, and
Yeah.
also the one thing that we just love to do, it's now a tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Was funny. No, seriously, when the last years we call it the Brutzoshiada, I think.
Okay.
Um, which is basically like end of the year, end of the high school year and shit like that, and you just go crazy and shit. Like, oh, we finished the year, we finished high school year.
I think
And
we
then
have
we just
something
go
like that too.
crazy. We get beer, we drink beer, we fucking with the fucking water guns and Nerf guns or some shit like that. The one thing that we also buy is fucking flour and just throw it on people because
Us.
well, because
Torrent
flour
feeders from
is
first grader.
because flour is cheap and there's too much of it, and when you throw it to people, it like sticks to them.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, and after that, we went there next day. The floor, which is concrete, you can still see like white stuff, and that's leftover flour that didn't wash away.
That's awesome.
Mm.
Okay, so the culture of my high school is you have you have the lunch break, right? Now
Yeah,
the meta used to be just going to the sweet old lady that worked at the school store, right? You could you could
yeah.
buy 4 pieces of toast for the low low price of 250 PLN.
What?
It was awesome. And then
Fucking hell.
after my second year, she left. She because she was
Uh
retiring.
this
So,
happened to us.
mhm,
This happened to us. In my high school, there used to be a canteen.
mhm.
The prices there were fucking enormous. Like a a burger, like not even a burger, just a sandwich with a fried chicken in it, fried chicken breast in it, and salad and whatnot you
Mhm.
can add. That costed 20 kunas, which, if I pull out my calculator, is about just less than €3.
That's fucking. That's a bit too much, yeah.
Yeah, a bit too expensive. So this was the first year when I went into high school. The second year, she disappeared. Yeah, and then we didn't have a canteen. We just have like a free space to be in, like to chill out and shit like that. And then the next year, a fucking vending machine replaced her.
Jesus.
Yeah, they just put a fucking vending machine and also a coffee apparatus as well.
So after she disappeared, like the local restaurant that was really close to the school, got a partnership with the school, and they're running the thing. And I went, oh cool, they're running it. I'm sure it's gonna be cool. And I see, oh the toasts are on the menu, and the price is, oh it's almost double. But I see like the menu is like professionally printed. Everything seems like way more packed. It seems like there's more than just one person running the canteen now. Surely, the quality will be more than enough.
It was shit.
And also, when I was talking about this with the guy who just used to be a history teacher and now is the head principal, he recalled that he had the exact same experience. We pay for the toast, right? We wait 2 minutes. She calls us over to get the food, and she gives us like a paper plate, and on them 2 tiny pieces of toast. And I'm just sat there holding it, looking at her, like, where's the rest? What do you mean? That's all.
Damn.
Ate it, never went back there. That's the only legal choice you have. Because when you're under 18, you cannot leave the school premises without a valid reason, without letting someone know, because you might get like hit and there's like legal problems and shit. I'm sure you've heard that.
Damn, really?
Well, yeah, because if legally you're under the care of the teacher if you're under 18, right? So they want you to make sure that you don't leave school premises, because if you went outside and got hit by a car, the teacher will have big fucking issues that the person who's legally supposed and paid to take care of someone's child didn't take care of someone's child. Right?
Damn, that sucks.
Well, yeah, but most people like don't care. Therefore, every time on the lunch break, 2/3 of the school evacuate. They go through the back door, past the field, and just go right outside the school gates. Now, most of them go there to smoke. Doesn't matter that the teacher can see them that they're smoking. They're not on school premises. They cannot do anything. But the rest either go into the żabka that's very close to the shop, or go to local. We call them osiedlowy. I don't know how I would translate it. It's just like a local grocery store, basically, because the food there is really cheap. You could get like cheapskate Coca-Cola knockoffs for basically pennies. It's really good, and most people go there.
My high school was there was a grocery store next to it, and there was a fucking there was a cafe bar next to it, which was also a fast food restaurant. But when we went there on the first year, like holy shit, you can buy fucking chavapi and hamburgers here. We went inside. Oh yeah, the kitchen doesn't work. It wasn't running since the 90s. Then we left.
That's quality.
Yeah. So and also, but yeah, when we go to like eat, we would either go to the grocery store, or if we go a little bit further, there are 2 bakeries. One is like traditional bakery, like traditional, and the other one is like kind of like a chain store, which is a bakery like chain.
Yeah.
The multiple locations throughout
Yeah,
Zagreb and shit like that. And of course, everybody went into the traditional one because not only is it way better, but also the a person being there is so fucking fast, like fucking Usain Bolt of cashiers. Um,
I
no,
love
no,
authentic
she's fucking
bakeries.
good.
I love authentic bakeries. Now,
Yeah,
anyways,
same.
when you went to the grocery store, it was called ABC. It still is. It still operates.
Hey, BC.
It's pretty far away from the school. Like you have to account that other people from the neighbor actually use the store at the same time as you will be, and also that like 1/5 of the school is also going there, so you have to account in like the time spent in the queue. So you
Yeah.
dedicate the entire 20-minute break. You have to leave right at the beginning. You barely have enough time during winter to get a coat. Go to the store,
Mm-hmm.
get back, and you have like 5 minutes for yourself. That's the entire ordeal. No one's checking the front
Damn.
back gates of the school. As long as you're not going through the front door, no one cares. uh, but that shit's for pussies. Now, here's what me and my friend did. This, out of the 20 minutes you have, takes out either 15 or 30. Okay? When you go even farther than the local store, there is a supermarket. We have an Aldi. It's 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 literally like 10 to 15 minutes away from the school. I go there usually when I have time before lessons, but sometimes, hunger calls. I go there because they have really great mini pizzas. And usually it's just old people holding up the queue, but they're nice. They see that I'm only like checking up 2 mini pizzas with salami, and they're like, let me go in front of them. That's really nice. That's really sweet. I only get late for like a couple of minutes. It's not that bad. Also, they sell kofola there, which I love. I love kofola. Which previously I thought could only be purchased in the gay retarded Slavic country of Czechia. Uh, they're just a Polish voivodeship. They don't know it yet. And the thing is, when I went there with friends, we were fucking up. I kind of fucked with the cashiers a little bit. Like when the cashier was scanning like an old lady in front of her, she heard me talking loudly because I speak loudly, and I did it on purpose so that she can hear this bullshit because I like freaking normies out. But I think she passed the vibe check because, like a young woman, white.
Mm-hmm.
White. I'm standing there with my friend and I
White,
ask him.
yeah.
I point to the like. You know how usually you would have just lamps hanging straight from the ceiling? For some reason, the way this Audi did its lighting was hanging from the ceiling by like cords were like a metal sheet rails, and into those rails were inserted like spotlights, and that's what lit up the store, which kind of looked really weird. And like until you notice it, it doesn't look that weird, right? Because it serves its purpose, and you think, oh, it's like one of those really long LED lights. No, it's like a fucking rail system. And I like point to one of.
Weird.
I've never seen them move. Just to be honest, I think it's just like static, and you like shove it in there so that it hangs, right? Maybe it's just so that you can adjust the lighting if need be. Like while she's scanning this shit, I point out to my friend. I like literally point at them and say, "Hey, do you know why these rails are like this?" And he asked me, "Oh, why?" Because in case if you steal something, there's like an invisible rope tied to every product, and if the cashier doesn't check it for you, when you take the product, there are loudspeakers. They immediately call the police automatically, and all the searchlights rotate towards you and blind you with a fury of a million sounds. And at this point, the woman like just did the fucking sassy negro gif of like, my mom is kind of homeless, like did that thing when she heard that.
Oh my god.
Now last time I have this habit of I prefer using when using cash. I prefer using banknotes because they're simpler and I barely buy anything under 5 PLN. So So that means I have an overabundance of coins. Coins under 1 PLN. A lot of them. And whenever I get back from home, I have this issue where I just don't take the spare. Before I didn't take my entire wallet with me to school, so I used to just take like the bank that I needed, and then I would pocket the spare change. But when I get back home, I didn't put it back into my wallet. I just let it sit there until like either I remember about it like in the evening and put it back, or until my mom finds it when she's doing the laundry. So my mom came up with a solution. I just took a plastic cup and I just put the spare change in it, like it's on my desk. And after some time, my dad came up with a beautiful addition to this neat solution. He came to my room one day without a word, gave me, and placed in front of the cup of pennies. It used to be just a stack of pennies, right? So it made more sense, but now it's in a cup.
Yeah.
He gave me a framed wooden small picture without glass because it's cheaper, of course,
Yeah.
of a Jew counting money.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. So that means I have an overabundance of coins that are worth less than 1 PLN. Now, so I decided, you know what? I look at this cup, there's probably like 50 PLN in here. I should start spending this. I know that one meal pizza costs like $3.99, so I calculated, okay, so $7.98 is how much how much 2 mini pizzas will cost. So I counted it in as low value coins as I could find. It was literally like 1.5 handfuls of coins. I just put it in like the inside pocket of my coat. I came into the cashier and she was so thankful that it was like a slightly chubby white woman. She was like, oh god, thankfully it's just these 2 mini pizzas. I don't have to scan another old person's like half a year's supply worth of food. Oh fuck, it's so good. and then she says cash or credit, and I say cash, and I start pulling out the coins. She just like she just started counting them. Next time I tried to pull that, she said, okay, you're counting this with me. No. They didn't seem too angry though, which is good. It's fun. Also reminded me when you were talking about vending machines. In the elementary school, we used to have a vending machine with hot choco made from Nesquik. It was really cool. I used it like 2 or 3 times, and then some fucking horse association of Karens decided that this is unhealthy for kids. We have gypsies going to the same class as normal kids. Fuck you mean unhealthy? Your priorities are wrong. Fuck you, I hate you. Now that I think about it, this story isn't that interesting because all I did was just buy a cup of hot cocoa and spill it all over myself and cry. Oh, but there is a permanent impact I did on the elementary school. Something a bit different than the mental damage I caused to the teachers there. So we had this program where you would get during the lunch break, sponsored by the school, you would get a carton of milk, and you had 3 different flavors. You had strawberry milk, you had choco milk, and you had vanilla milk. Really cool. So we got them, and I had this weird habit. Also, my mom used to buy me like flavored water with syrup. That's like a product that you can buy. It's called like Kubush water. And then after I drank from that bottle, she would just put tea into it for me to take to school. And drink. Cool. But I had this habit of whenever I didn't finish drinking something, I would just store it in my locker. It started at like 3rd grade, and at the end of 4th grade, day of graduation.
Oh, don't you tell me that you forgot about it and it was in your locker for like a year.
No. I didn't forget about it. I deliberately left it there. I did not want to touch it. It's like,
Oh my
you know,
god.
it's like one of those situations where you like wake up in the middle of the night after going on your phone for way too long, and then you like want to piss, but then you're like scared shitless that Slenderman's gonna fucking kill you, so you decide that shitting, that like pissing the floor right next to your bed is the safer option, and then you just go back to sleep. Kind of like one of those situations.
Oh
So,
my.
so graduation day in the 4th grade, right? I gather my
Yeah.
friends, I tell them, hey, wait up for me, I got something fun to do. Now the way you enter the school is like through a staircase up, and you have like a disabled, you have like a ramp for disabled people to get there.
Yeah.
But from that ramp, you can jump down directly onto like grass, and then you have the floor of a playground, like this weird like, you know, like this
Okay, yeah, yeah.
absorbent thing. The teachers really didn't like us jumping down there because we would get hurt, or so they claimed. I've never seen someone get hurt there. They told us to walk all the fucking way around, which is literally like 20 meters more of walking. Like, bitch, are you stupid? You're only not jumping down because you have fucking high heels and a skirt. Fuck you. I hate you. Anyways. So we got to you could see a bit, like a patch of grass that was a bit less dense, where the kids would jump down, because it was the same area, so there was less shit growing there. So I decided to open those bottles
Oh my
and
god.
pour everything out there, into that exact spot.
Oh. Oh no.
We called it
And what happened?
We called it the multi-juice elixir, and no one called me in the act.
God.
No one called me in the act. We were looking at it, waited for it to sink into the ground. It didn't. It made like a weird swamp. Thank God I had a runny nose that day. I don't think I would forget that smell ever if I didn't. It was like rancid milk, like fucking hell. Like there were green blobs and almost everything I poured in there. So in the next years, in the last 4 years of that elementary school, because you end elementary school in Poland in 8th grade, I noticed.
Same with Croatia.
Yeah. I noticed that nothing was growing there. Nothing grew there. It was absolutely and I thought, okay, surely the grass will grow back one day, right? A couple weeks ago, my mom now works at that school as like a help teacher. A couple weeks ago, I was swinging by, like just walking past, because we were walking in the same direction with my mom, and I took a look at the playground. They put a single like tile, 1 meter by 1 meter tile on top of it of fake grass.
Oh my god.
The best thing, I don't think none of the teachers know that it is me. Although they might suspect. I was the type of person to do that shit.
Yeah, that reminds me, back in elementary and primary school, they're basically like the same thing in Croatia. Elementary, primary school. So I always like interchange.
Well, yeah, because they are the same. Aren't they also the same thing in America?
I don't fucking know. Anyway, I'm gonna say primary school. Basically, when I was in primary school, grades in grade 5. So how the 8th grades? I was in grade 5, and we were given access to a locker. Now, in the locker, I just put like a bunch of shit, and there were like a lot of lockers in the school, and then I realized I can actually open other lockers with the same key I have, because yeah, basically, I didn't realize this with my own key. My friend accidentally opened up another friend's locker with the same key, and then I was like, what happened? How did you how did you open it? And then that other guy opened my friend's locker, and he did it as well. And then we realized, oh shit, they're using some lockers have the same keys and the same whatever it's called,
Blocks.
locks, yeah. um so yeah,
Pretty funny.
we then used to then I was like trying every single locker
I
to
mean,
see
they
like
wouldn't.
which one I can open.
I mean, I kind of get it, because, like, you wouldn't expect a bunch of fucking. A bunch of elementary schoolers to just go around testing where their locker key fits.
Meanwhile, I did that. And I opened a guy that I knew, like whose locker this was. Um, the only thing inside were the shoes.
Okay.
So what we did was just take out the laces and just leave only the shoes inside, and the laces we hid behind the locker. And then when we came back to see we came back to see the locker, he was literally standing there in shoes without the fucking laces. We're like, what kind of shoes are these? Well, I couldn't find my laces. I swear they were on. Someone took them off. And to be fair, I think they're still behind the lock. I never told him that I hid them behind the locker. And basically, the lockers are literally like bolted in.
Oh.
So God knows when was back of the locker cleaned. And also, in fifth grade, my mom made me a sandwich. It was like bread, egg, ham, and I think another bread, and that's it. I forgot. And it wasn't a regular egg. It was an omelet. I put that in my locker, and then when we went to one class. There was one class, and after we went to another class, the teacher was, "Hey, the teacher is sick, and also the entire school says there are no more classes for today. There will be classes tomorrow." And we're like, "Yay!" Then we went away. I completely forgot about that sandwich. I went the next day to check on it. Something smelled rancid, and I was too scared to pick it up. So it was still in my locker for 4 years until I left the primary school. And it was so.
How many kids do you think got some sort of fucking fungal infection because of it?
Probably I have. I don't know.
Yeah, that'll explain how you're behaving.
But
it
was so.
You need to have gasoline to become an enlightened anonymous internet racist.
But yeah, it was in there for 4 years. I was just like too scared to pick it up. And it was so fucking smelly that I used to buy. Literally, I actually did this. I used to buy those Wunderbaum
sorry,
smelling tree.
Something fucking happened. Yeah. Oh, okay. You used to fucking buy?
Wunderbaum, like those smelling trees you put in cars.
Yeah.
I used to have that in my locker, and every time I opened my locker, like I put them once every 2 months or something
so
like
you
that.
only had one at a time. I wanted to imagine that you had like you open your locker, you look at the bottom, or there's your PE shoes, there's maybe like your your shirt and the shorts for PE, and then you look up and there's fucking like 6 or 8 Wunderbaums.
No, I just had one that was dangling from the door of the locker, and every time I open it, it would just like come flying at me, and people were like, "What the fuck do you have that?" And I just
the
said,
fuck
"Well,
is
my
movie
luck
audio?
is less."
Can you say something?
Don't tell me that.
No, okay.
Don't tell
After
me that.
you keep like randomly cutting off after some time. I thought it was only on my end. No, it must be on my end
Huh?
because OBS is clearly showing that you're recording. I don't know what's up with it.
Damn.
Whatever, you just said it came
If
flying at you.
yeah, it kept flying at me. Um, and people were like, "What the absolute fuck? Why do you have that?" And I was just like, "Well, it smells."
Come and take a whiff. Come find out.
Comment. And then after
Takes a sniff.
after the
Gets
last
knocked out
li-
cold.
for the last day of primary school, we had to take everything that's ours, and I was just so scared of taking that shit. Um, I actually brought gloves into school, like gardening gloves. I brought them to school, and on the last day, I I opened that, and it was so fucking nasty. It like turned into ash, for fuck's sake. It was so nasty.
I imagine like that scene in Resident Evil 7 when you open that fucking fridge with like that black slime mold holding it open.
Oh yeah. But it was moldy. It was rancid. There were like
It was like so
ash in
moldy that
it.
it was like it looked like if you breathed at it, it would like fall apart. It was like ashen. It was like
Yeah. Oh, it was fucking horrible.
I
And
remember.
what did we do? We took that and threw it at the wall of the school and just started running away.
Did it stick?
Some parts of it did stick, but I think the rain washed it away.
Great to know that
But
that's now like the chemicals from that are in a cloud somewhere now.
ah, but
I hope it rains over
also-
Britain.
but what oh yeah, being in fucking primary school, we used to be such dicks.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
everyone was.
Yeah, everyone. I remember my
If I met me
friend.
from primary school right now, I would punt that motherfucker all the way to America. Like,
Yeah.
holy shit. Yeah,
So
your
my
friend?
friend got like, I don't know how to explain this, but in Croatia in schools you have like a system of warnings. Like I don't know how to explain, but it's just like you get a warning,
Mm-hmm.
and then after 3 warnings they expel you from school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if we had
I
like a limit of warnings, but we had like kind of like a warning. The teacher would just like write it down in like your notebook, and it would he required you to bring it next day to show him with one of your parents' signatures.
Oh my god.
And one time I fooled my mom because I took like a permission to go somewhere and like covered up, glued it to the side of the notebook and covered it up.
Hmm.
And said, "Oh no, just don't type on the paper. Just like type it under, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, my teacher got really scared because I learned how to how to forge her signature.
Oh, we all did that. We
Dude,
all
but,
did
no,
that.
but I did that because, like, out of autistic boredom. I never used it for anything. Never even figured out I could use that for anything.
Okay, I just translated that. So it says here, ukor in English means reprimand or
Yeah, reprimand,
rebuke.
something like that.
Yeah. So basically, if you get 3 of them, 3 of those reprimands, so you get expelled.
Yeah.
I had one, and it's the worst fucking thing you can ever imagine. Okay.
Okay.
That was in, I think, second or third grade when we just entered fucking primary school.
Okay.
We were learning fucking writing and shit like that, and
Mm-hmm.
arithmetic. And during learning when we were learning arithmetic, um, we had like a presentation, like PowerPoint presentation, and we had to like write everything there. Meanwhile, I
But you
just
were doing
didn't
PowerPoint
want to do that.
presentation in fucking second grade elementary about
No,
arithmetic?
no, 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 no. My teacher had like a PowerPoint
Oh, and you were
presentation.
supposed to write down everything from that
Yeah,
presentation. Okay.
yeah, 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 yeah. And
That's boring.
it was
Your
based.
teacher was fucking
Yeah, it
dog
is.
shit.
Yeah,
What the
it
fuck
was
do you mean?
like
You're
two.
you have this isn't like an elaborate subject. You're supposed to teach these kids everything.
Mm,
Like what the fuck do you mean you need a PowerPoint? You should be fired. You should be blood eagled. You should suffer the scaphism, and your face should be about as insulting as a swastika and a hammer and sickle.
but so so there was a PowerPoint presentation, and
Mm-hmm.
we used to like write it down in our notebooks,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just like the most easy shit ever. Just like 2 plus 5, and then line under that, and then just 7 underneath,
Yeah.
and that's how you add numbers. We did the same with minus and shit like that. I was I just like didn't want to know this. Like I don't want to write all of this shit and even the fucking like examples like 5 minus 2 is equal 3. Like I don't want to write all of that shit. So what I did was just have like one chapter and just like put 2 plus 5 equals 7. Uh, and shit like that. So plus, minus, multiplication, division, everything that on one page. When my teacher saw that, she was fucking furious. So furious, like, wait, how dare you not write anything in your notebooks? And then she gave me a fucking reprimand. I was crying, like,
Usually
holy
they would
shit.
just give me like a fucking a one, just like a failing grade for not participating in a lesson. I remember there was this like in third grade elementary, a girl moved in and like to our area, and I fucking hated her. Then I dated her for some time, and now I'm like indifferent about her. I should text her. She taught me
Yeah.
about anime, but she was also like the word. I have to be careful about this. Because there's a non-0% chance that she's watching this. Okay, she was the most stereotypical anime watcher, okay?
Yeah.
Like, she literally when talking, when singing, when doing anything, she had the inflection of like English dub anime.
Okay.
That was just so annoying to me, to the point where when we were doing math and they were like saying, "Oh, you there? What's the answer to the question?" 3 plus 2 equals 5. Very good. Everyone type that down in your notebook. And I was so full of my chud incel rage that I would type instead, I'm not gonna type the same thing. I'm gonna type 2 plus 3 equals 5.
Just like the
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna make the comparison. It's too cringy.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay. I think we should be. I think we should be wrapping this up now. The last guest, the horrid wench of the
Oh no.
of the
Yeah,
British
yeah, yeah.
English clique has
He told me.
he's bestowed upon you a question.
Okay, let me just tell you something. Before this podcast, I was in a VC with him yesterday, and I just like you messaged me. I think yesterday. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you messaged me like when do we want to do Oomfcast? I mentioned that to Newport. Um, and then he started laughing. And
Mm-hmm.
then I remembered, oh shit, he has a question for me, and I should. Then I mentioned like you gave me a
Yeah.
question, right? And then I asked, should I be
You're lucky
worried?
cut out. You're lucky cut out.
Okay, I honestly I'm kind of worried because well it's Newport and it's probably gonna be about whatever he likes.
Okay, if it's gonna make it
Okay.
easier for you, I can read every guest question that was asked before as a build up.
I think one of the questions, I forgot.
Or do you just
think
want
one
me
of the
to?
questions were like FNAF, about FNAF or something like that.
Okay, yeah, that was from Phase Monkey's episode.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna hit you with it straight. Who would you rather marry, Elfin Psyop or Ligiraki? You can't.
I
kill
knew
yourself.
it that it's gonna be so like I fucking knew it. I'm literally on the edge of throwing my fucking chair out of my window.
Who? You have to marry one of them. Who are you marrying?
Hold on, okay.
And we're assuming that the one you pick actually wants to marry you.
Hold on, have you ever watched Evangelion? I'm doing that Gendo pose.
Why have you
Hold
asked me, a guy who has fucking grey plastered all over his Twitter account, have you watched Evangelion?
Sorry, okay, I'm just
watched-
like out of myself for hearing this fucking question. Anyway,
Contemplating it heavily.
I have to think about.
Elfin Psyop or
Okay,
Ligiraki?
so Elfin Psyop.
That's
Elfin
the
Psyop
Pakistani...
is I know.
Yeah.
I was literally about to explain. So, would I rather date a Pakistani coal burner?
Or Ligiraki, a whore from France.
Or Ririgaki, a whore who is also probably a coal burner
Yeah, from France.
from France, and she probably dates someone from fucking Algeria.
So they're in comparable situations, and the only differences is where they live and their ethnicity. Hello, retarded gay... I can't say that awesome word. Mossad agents from Brazil have decided that this podcast was too epic and cut out the last couple of minutes of the podcast in my fucking recording. Here's a TLDR of what happened in the really bad impression of Slavoj Žižek. So, in this episode of this so-called Oomfcast, we see what appears to be two very young and frankly quite schizophrenic men talking about who they would rather want the so-called host, who is entirely unprofessional and slightly homosexual, is asking the question to the other, to the ex-Yugoslavian man, who would he rather marry, Elfin Psyop or Ligiraki? Now, both of the men agree that Ligiraki is the best choice, given that you do not have the third option, which would be more rational, that is to kill yourself. And so they choose her, because at the very least, she is French, which means white. And then also, one of the men poses a very important question for the next guest of this Oomfcast, which is, which Toho girls is the easiest to rape? A very Soviet topic, which you can mind if you know anything about World War II or war in general, or just my favorite pastime activities. I am a proud father of 17, just like the way Genghis Khan intended. And I haven't even left my home in 17 years. I don't know why I talked German there for a second. So, at the very end of the Oomfcast, the men also laugh about some stupid fucking bullshit that no one cares about, and I'm sorry this bit is going on for too long. Goodbye and see you in the next one. And I hope that this fucking audio cutting off will not happen again, for the love of God, or some random minority will have to pay